are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a thirsty Thursday. Barnes and Tony, once again, what's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Excited to be here. It's Thursday. It's Thirsty Thursday, dude. Yeah, but no, I guess I'm kind of excited to be here. I don't know, man. You're kind of freaking me out, the Kyle Tucker thing. Rangers lost last night. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think, though, I've come a long way, the facetiousness and stuff. But I wouldn't worry about it because I don't think he's going to go to the Mets. I think he's going to go to the Dodgers, honestly. It's nothing against the Mets. It's just like everybody wants to go to the Dodgers.
No, it does seem that way. I'd be curious to see, I was just watching that video of SNY on people's, line they want to draw for how much they're going to give for Kyle Tucker. But I'd be interested to see where the Mets fall, I suppose, in that category, how high they'll go. Because, again, I don't know if he doesn't really care about playing baseball necessarily or care about winning. Don't you think he'll just go where the most money is?
I think because he's not going to get the long-term mega deal that he wants, I think he wants short-term opt-outs, and it's just
interesting.
What better place to go than the Dodgers for that?
Yeah, I can see that. Dude.
That's just kind of my thought. We'll see. Definitely some baseball stuff we're going to talk about. Football, obviously, we'll get into the debacle of the Rangers. And no updates on the Sony Open, obviously, starting at 12.
Yep.
But I am excited to watch that today. That's going to be awesome. And hopefully not, but it could potentially be the last, for now anyway, the last PGA Tour tournament in Hawaii. There's rumblings about next year's schedule starting after the Super Bowl, which makes sense because – when you're competing against NFL playoffs, you're going to struggle with ratings. So I could see that making sense. But I just love the whole Hawaii start to the season. I think it's just kind of cool. I'm sure the players love the vacation.
Yeah.
Well.
Why is Hawaii getting bumped? Why not bump something else?
Well, it's because, if you have a shorter season, less tournaments to play, and then supposedly, and I think it's because of travel and also maybe just attendance versus other metro areas, that supposedly the Sony Open doesn't make money. I don't know if that's true. And then the Century, the situation with the golf course, with the water and the litigation, and if that's even going to be a tournament, we'll have to see. Was that spam or is it Matthew Ryan or
Matthew Ryan?
Give him 30.
All right. Hold on. Stand by, Matthew Ryan. Patching you into the Bluetooth, dude. He's already fucking yelling and shit.
Tony,
tell me.
Sounds like Carmella after he having a fad.
Having a fad, Matthew Ryan. You're having a fad, dude?
The Giants getting a Harbaugh? That's crazy. Should have been the Jets, but whatever.
It's just one of those things we knew the Jets were keeping Glenn as asinine as a decision as it is. But it's just one of those things.
Stupid.
I know, but it's one of those things, and Tony knows this with me. I just, when I know something's a certain way, I just don't feel like being the guy that just, complaining about it, because it's just well, that's what it is. So let's just, deal with the situation as it is, and the situation as it is Glenn's going to be the head coach next year, and I'm just hoping that they have a good draft and offseason. And it's the history of the Jets, blah, 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 all that stuff. We get it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just, that's crazy. And the other crazy thing is how both the Rangers and Devils seasons are pretty much going down the shitter at the same time.
But you had the Don LaGreca call in overtime last night. They were playing that on the fan this morning.
Really?
Yeah. I in the office, I always turn on the TV, CBS Sports Network.
Classic.
Simulcast. But yeah, so at least you got the win. But yeah, I mean, obviously it seems like both seasons are over. But a lot of hockey left to be played, and spring training. Yankees will be taking the field, Matthew, 1 month and 5 days from today. So let's go, man.
God,
Let's go.
I can't wait. I
All right,
can't
Matthew,
wait
take
for
it
the
easy, Matthew.
baseball season.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait.
You think Yankees are getting Peralta?
I hope so, but
What-
I'm not. I don't trust Cashman.
What about
I don't
Bellinger?
trust Cashman. Bellinger is more of likely, but I still don't trust Cashman.
Yeah, I mean, hard to trust Cashman. And-
Cashman's going a little cheap this year.
Yep. Where do you think Tucker's going?
Who? Tucker?
Yeah.
If I would say that'd be very Met. He's kind of a Met player.
Well, you mean
I
because he
think
doesn't
go-
love baseball? You think he's gonna go there?
I think he's going to. I think it's just a great fit. The Mets are going to try to get him because the Mets have all these holes
Right.
at first base, at outfield, and I can see Bellinger going to the Mets too.
Well,
could
really,
see
I
that
think
happening.
Bellinger makes more sense because he could play first, and I think they're taking a big risk with Polanco at first. But we're gonna talk about that. We'll.
I
we'll
just
see.
think that the Bellinger right now, out of the two organizations that Bellinger's looking at, I would say the Mets have the better shot of signing him because the Cashman's too cheap.
Right. I mean, it's just a matter of his desire to go there. And also, though, I mean, Stearns is very frugal as well. Like, I know supposedly he's offering Tucker 50, but I don't think he's offering that type of deal to Cody Bellinger. So we'll have to see what happens.
What does Tony think about Bellinger going to the Mets? If he gets there?
I mean, you know what he's going to say. Go ahead.
What do you think I'm going to say?
That you'd love it.
I would love it. Dude.
Yeah.
I've
No,
said
no,
that
it's
already.
not. There's nothing to make fun of. It would be. No, I'm serious, though.
No,
No,
no.
yeah,
I'm
I think just because of his ability to play first is such a security blanket. Because,
Yeah, it's
dude, I don't
huge.
think
mean,
Polanco at first is going to work,
Vientos,
right?
either too. Yeah, like no,
No.
thank you, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to be good. So, I'm all for Bellinger and just the stout defense. You know,
Yeah.
it's
I
exactly what you
I
want.
just think Bellinger wants. I think Bellinger is going to be a Met. I just have that funny feeling he's going to sign as a Met. I
But
could
I'm
be
just
wrong.
curious what you think because I get a lot of backlash from my fellow Yankee fans for saying this, but I actually would prefer if they don't sign Bellinger. And yes, if they bring him back, it'll be fine, whatever. But I just think 5 years down the road, couple years down the road, I don't know if that's going to be a great contract. I think you're paying top dollar for someone who's fringe all-star. Really has not been an all-star majority of his career. Has had some terrible seasons within the last 5. I love the idea, Matthew, of playing Spencer Jones 150 games and seeing if he could hit 30-plus home runs. No?
I wouldn't mind not signing Bellinger. I'd just take it or leave it at this point.
I'd rather say, especially because we're going to be so frugal with money, I'd rather have that money down the line to sign like an Ellie De La Cruz or a Paul Skeens, like somebody like that.
I don't want another Jacoby Ellsbury situation.
Yeah, no, and I
don't
think
want
that could happen. I think that could happen. In the short term,
I
2,
don't
3
want that. I
years,
don't want to-
great. But after that, I would be concerned. He's already 30. I'm tired of giving guys that are over 30 years old, multi-year contracts. It always kills us.
Yeah, like we did with DJ LeMahieu or Jacoby Ellsbury.
Or
all
Marcus
those-
Stroman, or taking on
Okay.
Donaldson's contract.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Let's see what we got with Spencer Jones. I think we're still a playoff caliber team.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, and
I'd
listen,
ra-
if we
I'd
have to add
rather
bats
get
as the season goes
younger.
on,
We're
that's
getting-
fine. No, I agree. And give Dominguez 500 at bats too.
yeah, just play the young guys. I want to see how our
Yeah.
young core has. It's like
Yeah,
enough is enough. We're trying to put pieces together. We're trying to hold the team together with glue and tape and bandages. If we miss the playoffs one year for the young guys to get developmental, that's fine.
yeah.
I hate to say that, but that's fine.
No, and we're not,
because-
but we're not though. That's the thing. I think a lot of my fellow Yankee fans get over dramatic, and it's like, listen, I am not in any way going to be satisfied with like the same type of season last year, losing division round. But I'm just saying, as terms of a floor, I think that's our floor right now, and I think depending on how guys play, we can get past that. Plus, I think we're going to make some additions. So I'm not as negative as a lot of other people are right now.
I'm not negative. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah.
I think I think the Mets are going to get Bellinger because they need.
No, and that's
I'm
fine
not
though.
just
I
saying-
think have him. Go ahead.
Yeah, like go ahead, have them. But like, I just think the Mets need a big, splashy all-star to get their fans
Right.
back in the stadium because they lost Pete Alonso, they lost Diaz, they lost Nimmo, they lost all their money-making like reasons why to go to the stadium. They got rid of their like star like prodigy, star like long time
All-time home run leader.
like
And I
homegrown
forgot.
talent.
I feel like you answered this before, but I forgot what you said, Tony. Who would you rather have, Tucker or Bellinger?
It's tough, dude. I mean, assuming Tucker is like loves to play baseball, I'll take Kyle Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about that? I mean, just that being uncertain. How about that? Not one way or the other, but that's just in the equation. What would you rather do?
No, that'd be really bad. I mean, again, the limited research I was looking at before the show
Wasn't great.
People were talking about Anthony Rendon, dude.
Yeah.
Like that was
Jason
the comparison.
Bay.
Like that's not good, dude, at all.
Yeah.
You can't have that. So at that point, I would take Bellinger.
Yeah.
If that's really gonna be a problem.
It's a shame though, because it feels like Tucker. Obviously, I mean, he has such great ability. It's like, dude, like it's that bad, dude. You're
I know what I
struggling
mean,
that
like,
bad. Like,
the hell's wrong with this
I
guy?
can't stand people like that.
Unbelievable.
But we'll see, Matthew. But yeah, I'm excited for baseball.
Yeah, I am too. I'm not trying to talk down to the Mets. I'm just saying, you guys, your owner asks the fans to come to the stadium one year, and next year they blew up everything.
Yeah.
If I was a Met fan, I wouldn't go to the stadium. What excitement is there?
I mean, they have to add a bat. We'll see what they do.
They have,
but
both teams have to add a bat and a pitcher at both teams.
Yeah, and I think the Mets more so than the Yankees. The Yankees have a ton of pitching right now, but they still might get Peralta.
Both teams. I don't know the Mets very well, but I can. This is for a Tony question. Do you agree with that? That if the Mets were to succeed, they need another bat and another arm?
Oh yeah,
or do you think they need two bats?
Quite literally.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if they get one other big bat and then help out some pitching, I feel like that would be ideal. I don't think they necessarily need two big bats. You know?
No.
I mean, again, obviously you're trying to replace Alonso. I know Nimmo last year, I think 22 home runs.
I almost think it was more.
It may have been 26 maybe.
26,
Yeah. So I mean, like again, that's production you could find, obviously, but or you could piece together. And again, I think you can still lean on, hopefully maybe Beatty having a bounce back year. And maybe even, Lindor doing better than he did last year. Same thing with Soto as well. If Soto gets off to a hotter start, I mean, he can pick up some of that slack there. So one bigger bat and then, an arm would be great, dude. I mean, you really still have not solidified, Matthew, the closing role.
Who's the pitching? Who's the starting pitching for the Mets this year?
You're going to have McClain in there for sure. David Peterson. Jonah Tong, dude. I don't...
Who's the Sprout?
Yeah, Sprout.
Senga, Peterson.
One of those guys is probably not. I feel like going to be starting.
Unless they go 6.
Yeah.
And then because you got Mania, how does he look? Is he getting hammered? Did they cut him before the season started? That's possible. I mean, he can look that bad in spring training because he looked that bad last year.
And
he looked really bad last year, just like what they did with Stroman. Stroman looked really bad.
Yeah.
They just got rid of him.
Right.
No, yeah, definitely, and Mania too. It becomes, I think, more of a little bit of a medical issue. He has those bone sprouts in his elbow, so it's like
Sprout.
So again, if he physically can't do it anymore, then like, what are you getting? Like your hands are tied at that point, and it would be interesting to see what Senga looks like at the start of the season as well. So yeah, a lot of holes everywhere, really, dude. Which is why another pitcher would be nice, kind of like Ranger Suarez, but he's off the table now. So.
And the same thing with the Yankees. Like, look, we have Rodon coming back from.
I mean, we have more depth though, Matthew. We'll be fine, especially because we just got Weather. So I mean, you think about the rotation next year.
Yeah, we got Weather.
You have Fried.
I'm just saying we got Rodon. I'm nervous about Rodon after his surgery with his.
But
bodies.
Matthew, also think about our rotation at full space. Rodon is like the 4th starter because you have Cole, you have Fried, you have Schlittler. Not to mention you have Heel, Warren, Schmidt coming back, Weathers. So we don't need Rodon to be our 2-starter like he was in the playoffs this year. That's the good thing. I would love to trade Rodon. I know they're not, but I don't like the way he's looked in the playoffs.
I would, yeah. And Cole's not starting right away. I know that.
No,
Cole's
yeah, he's going to be back in June, but Rodon will be back in May, and then Schmidt probably in July. So,
and then who's through that's like half the season. The Yankees need another arm for the early part.
Well, I mean,
honestly.
you got Weathers. I mean, you think about it. You right now your rotation is Fried, it's Schlittler, it's Heel, it's Warren, and it's Weathers. Most likely, you have Yarborough as an option. But it would be nice to pencil in Freddie Peralta, and you probably would trade either Heel or Warren, or maybe both in that deal. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with getting some value for those guys.
I'm fine with that too. I'm just saying we just have to. Our pitching is not as strong as it. I think.
Yeah, but when everybody's healthy, it's pretty strong, though. I mean, I think our pitching.
It's pretty strong when everyone's healthy. Right now, it's
to start the season, you have to piece it together, and you need Warren and Heel to give you quality innings. I mean, that's what it is.
And you need like the offense to actually hit some.
Yeah, which I mean, typically it does in the regular season, so I'm not expecting that to be a problem. But we'll see. I'm excited for baseball, and as always, Matthew, we appreciate you calling in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
I think he would have co-hosted with us and done the whole show.
I don't know, like what happened this morning.
No, but also like a normal conversation. I don't know if that's what you were getting at.
No, exactly.
Like normal, crazy touty.
Yeah, the Mets actually was like pretty good, coherent thoughts there.
Yeah. So
kudos.
Love it,
dude.
Love it. Imagine if Kev Dew could do that.
Oh my goodness, dude.
But
you think he made eggs this morning, Kev Dew?
I think he would have posted it. Maybe he has some leftovers in the microwave from yesterday. What do we got in the comments?
We do have a ton of comments here. We should get to John Pollock. I love this show, he says at the top of
we
the
love
show.
you, John.
20 minutes early. He says, Tony and Brian in the morning hits different. Absolutely. Glad you could attend, Kev Dew. Good morning, DTV. We are the world. We are the children. We are the TCA, he says. A very proud TCA member, no doubt. Josh B says, meeting at 10. I don't think you have any right to be complaining. I don't know, man. Disney, man.
Disney, the weather, the shorts.
Dude, the shorts.
And I'm sure meeting at 10, but Bart and Carlin in one ear, us in the other. Everything will be okay, Josh. Dart after the meeting. Post-meeting dart. Send Tony a video to get him jealous. Honestly.
That would be nice, dude. What's not nice is the Rangers, says John Pollock. What the F was that? Giving up 4 goals in the first period to Ottawa. Absolutely. There's really no excuses there. We're going to get into it, I'm sure. John Pollock says, oh, shit. Kevin Josh B is here. Whoa. Josh B says, what up, fam? John Pollock is vibing and enjoying some coffee. That sounds nice. You have coffee this morning, Brian? Downed it in the car?
Every time. Literally every time. I had the little stretch with Donut In, had the American Express gift card. But I'm not as much, even though, Donut In is a little cheaper than the other places, still just feels like just such an added expense that you don't need. I do wonder, too, I'm trying to think, a bag of coffee from Costco is like $25. And I want to say, if I had to guess, maybe I get, feels like a lot. Feels like it's like 15 to 20, cups somewhere in there.
20. Okay.
So you're talking about basically, give or take, maybe $1.30. I mean, it's just so much shit. I just feel like, and especially too, because you get an ice, then it's $5 and stuff. It just adds up so quickly. It's annoying, honestly. But what I will say, Tony, is it is so much better than having it at home. No, just Donut In,
yeah.
Specifically, yes, quite literally. But that's because when I have it at home, I just have it black. But I have noticed I've added some ice to it. Usually I go no ice, but it's in the fridge all night. Added the ice, kind of better. I don't know. Black.
So it waters it down a little bit, you're saying?
Just colder. I don't know. For some reason, the colder, the better.
The colder, the better. All right, yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Goon Collector here says, I told you, Anthony, save your money. Ha, 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 ha. And he says, the Rangers lose. John Pollock asks Josh, how are you doing? Goon Collector goes on and says, the irony of a Mets fan struggling to see why a player wouldn't go after the overpay when they overpaid and stole Soto from my precious Yankees. All right, I don't know I don't know how Goon woke up this morning, but I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. And he says, get this. Wow, dude. Get this schmuck off the line with it should have been the Jets. What? Who in their right mind wants to go to the Jets? A little harsh there, Goon. Goon woke up and I think chose some violence this morning. Josh B says he's tired. Work sucks, LOL. Dude, you just got back from Disney. There, he just said that. I just got back from Disney last night, laughing at himself. Oh, because John Pollock says you need a vacation. She got back from vacation.
Yeah, like the complaining. Come on. The
facetiousness. Facetiousness, dude. Suck it up. And then we have, and then, also like you're on the short week too. You came back from vacation. It's Thursday, Friday weekend. Like,
yeah. Like what are we talking about? I mean, literally, it's going to be 29 claws over the weekend for Josh.
Quite literally.
The cord.
Oh my god.
Probably the virtual golf with Kev.
That's right. The divisional rounds, dude.
The empanadas.
Empanadas. What does that do? Just empanadas?
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but that's the way him and Ernie like pronounce things.
No, yeah, absolutely.
The quesadilla.
Oh man. All right.
How about this?
What, breaking news?
Yeah. 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving more than 39 college basketball players and more than 17 Division I teams, leading to more than 29 games being fixed, according to a federal indictment unsealed Thursday in the Eastern District, Tony, of Pennsylvania. 15 of the defendants played college basketball during the 23-24 or 24-25 seasons. Some have played this season. Two of the players involved in the indictment said Quavius Hunter and DeQuavian Short were sanctioned in November by the NCAA for fixing New Orleans games. So I guess more to this story to come, but with the illegal gambling, it just happens.
That's fucking outrageous, dude. Holy shit. In college too?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about, the ever-changing landscape that is, college athletics, Division I athletics with the NIL deals, obviously, like these athletes starting to get paid for their likeness and stuff being used, and now something like this that's kind of, it's going to really put a damper, I feel like, hinder the progression of that, no?
I mean, and I just think for these players, I mean, you're living the life on big man on campus, playing college basketball, and the next thing you know, a couple of years, you're not exactly having empanadas and taquitos in the pinner, right?
I can go for some taquitos right now.
Josh,
dude.
give us some dish. Come on, I need to think of like something you said.
Give us
like
the dish.
I'm trying to think of. Give me something else, Tony.
El Rojo, something like that.
El Rojo.
El Rojo.
Quesadilla.
Dude, fucking, you know what's crazy too is that there's a few basketball players on Fairfield that are making six figures a year.
Wow.
From NIL deals.
Wow.
Like, how crazy is that?
Are they off to a good start or?
Yeah, their first few games though, they play fucking bullshit teams though.
Okay.
And I haven't really been, I don't have any more games until the end of the month. So, but yeah, dude, no, they're looking pretty good. Good pep in their step.
Good pep in their step. I was just curious because usually, what conference are they in?
They're in the MAC conference. No. Yeah. Right? Yeah, they're in the MAC.
Just trying to find this. Okay, so the MAC. Okay, the Stags.
The Pioneers.
The Stags are 11-7.
Okay.
So I mean, for them, probably pretty good. Sacred Heart, 6-13. Maybe Coach Kant finally.
They fucking should be. I mean, Latina's been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Fucking Harbaugh.
And we'll talk about that. Were we caught up on all the comments?
No, not even close. I don't think, dude. Okay. Goons talking shit, has a Yankee fan, whatever. Oh, John Pollock says that firing Aaron Glenn after 1 year would be a mistake, dude. What do you think about that?
I mean, usually he's buttoned up.
Yeah.
And I by the way, I keep hearing buttoned up all the time.
Dude, Rick and Dave were saying it this morning a lot, dude. Like, how crazy is that?
Well, I guess that's where I got it from in the first place, right?
Maybe.
But yeah, come on. I mean, Aaron Glenn, I mean, he just looks like a deer in headlights, John. And I've seen so many bad jet coaches, whether it's Todd Bowles, whether it's Adam Gase, whether it's Eric Mangini, whether it's Robert Saleh. And you just have a feeling of these things, like, and it's just once you have that feeling, it's over. I would say there is a 0% chance. Aaron Glenn, how about this? but besides makes it past next season, I mean, ever has an even closer winning record. I think next year, just because of his ineptitude, it's going to be a train wreck, regardless who they bring in, regardless of all the new draft picks, regardless if there's any shrewd free agent signings. He is a joke. I just see it. He's over his head. He's not ready to be a coach, and maybe he'll never be ready to be a coach.
Yeah, no, I mean, you never know. You never know. I mean, we know about a lot of, some coaches that left the Jets and have some success where they went. But in any case, we'll see what happens. And then, I don't know, Goon is like, I don't know what he's doing, dude, but he's in timeout, I think, right now. My mother says, good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Mary.
John Pollock says, morning, Mary. And then we are all caught up, dude.
Awesome.
Okay.
So a lot to talk about. But I know we already talked about it a little bit, but there's a little more to talk about. If we could just go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So the big news coming down yesterday in Major League Baseball, the Red Sox finally signing a free agent. Ranger Suarez, Tony, you had kind of alluded to that. 5 years, $130 million for the 30-year-old left-handed pitcher, joining their rotation of Crochet, Sonny Gray, Brian Bayo, and Johan Oviedo. So it's kind of interesting. The numbers are there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, on the wrong side of 30, velocity has slipped from 93.4 to 92 to 91.2 over the past 3 seasons, but his ERA has gone down from 4.18 to 3.46 to 3.20. But I don't know, Tony. I just wonder in a deal like this, if you're paying for his lesser years, if his best years are already behind him. I'm not to say that he's going to be bad, but is he going to be worth over $100 million?
I don't know. I kind of think so, to be honest.
What about the velocity?
I don't know. I'm not completely worried about it, I guess. I mean, we've seen some pitchers have some success, in their later years that obviously as you get older, you lose a few ticks in the fastball. You have to resort to some of the off-speed pitches, which is what he's been doing. And I think after the adjustment of a few seasons, and I think he was injured, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe three seasons ago. It doesn't really matter. But I think coming back from that, adjusting to, himself aging, I think has gone kind of well for him. And he's I've seen a lot of starts of him against the Mets where he eats up a lot of innings. It doesn't necessarily get a lot of strikeouts, but like I said, eats up a lot of innings, keeps the ball in the park. So I think it'll be efficient. I mean, I don't know. I think I think he'll find himself having a good spot in the Red Sox rotation.
Well, and listen, of course, yes. When it comes to the Red Sox, it's the Mets. I'm gonna hope and look for the negative in it. I mean, that's just how we're programmed. But I guess what I would say too is innings wise, I mean, he's only thrown 150 innings 3 times in his entire career. Mm-hmm. He's never made 30 starts in a season.
Right.
So it seems like there's some type of injury that pops up. And last year was the second highest WAR of his career at 4.7, which is good. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I just think I would just be concerned about a fastball sitting around 91, Fenway Park, pesky pole, green monster. I don't know. It was funny because in the chat, and a lot of times with Corey, Mark, and Mike, they tend to be more negative than me when it comes to the Yankees and their competition. But, they were kind of saying the Red Sox have had a good offseason. And I just don't see it. I think Sonny Gray's going to get hammered. He's in his mid-30s. Suarez, we'll see. I just think going to Fenway, his numbers are only going to go down. And then Wilson Contreras, he's another guy that's in his mid-30s. And I just feel like they've acquired a lot of guys that have already had the best parts of their career. When I look at their team, I think that, Garrett Crochet is unbelievable. He might win the Cy Young this year. I mean, he deserved it last year. Obviously, Tariq Skubal was just that good. But it's and then Roman Anthony, I think, is going to be a star. But other than that, I don't know. I just don't look at that team and say, wow, watch out for the Red Sox. I think they're going to be in the same spot as they were last year, which is a fringe playoff team. And I'm just kind of curious what you think of what they've done this offseason and where you see them this year.
I mean, I think they've made improvements, and I know that they were kind of that fringe playoff team, but, Anthony getting injured down the stretch of the season that month, I mean, that really killed them, I feel. I feel like they would still be in that position where they have to win a few games to make it in the playoffs, to see the postseason. But still, I mean, this year I would expect them to have some more fight in them. No,
yeah,
I mean, they've improved the team. No,
I don't know. They lost Bregman. Bregman was big.
Yeah, Bregman was huge.
And then also, I just think they have a lot of older players, and offensively, give me the guy. I mean, you want to say Duran, but I feel like Duran, if you look at the numbers on Duran, he's declined the last couple of years. So other than Roman Anthony, going against his lineup, like, who are you really fearing? I don't know. I just don't like I said, I look at Crochet, I look at Roman Anthony, and then I don't really look at much else. I mean, you want to say Mayer might be good. Rafaela is a guy I've always liked, but he's not like an all-star player. He's just like kind of solid and can play center, can play short. I don't know. I would say, and then Contreras, like I wouldn't feel great about Contreras.
Yeah. Yoshida is kind of like,
right? I mean, so
Nick Sogard.
Right? I don't feel like they have. I mean, I liked what Carlos Navarez did, the former Yankee farmhand, but we did get Elmer Cruz Rodriguez, which I think will end up being the better piece in that deal. But yeah, I just feel like they're relying on a lot of older players, like
Trevor
Sonny
Story.
Gray, like Ranger Suarez, like Trevor Story, and then also Chapman. Chapman was so good last year. Is he really going to pitch like that again, though? I question that.
I would question that as well. I mean, that is tough. But again, I mean, I don't know. I would anticipate, though, some of these guys still doing well. I mean, it seems like Bayo has been sticking around, so something must be good there. I do like Sonny Gray. That's just me, though.
But you don't, and no concern about the ballpark and pitching in the American League East.
No, yeah.
After he was so bad in the American League East.
Yes. I think there is concern there, but it seems like a different pitcher now. I mean, how long ago was that, dude? 5 years ago?
No, it was like 7.
7 years ago?
But he's old too. I mean,
He is older.
34.
I would say so. Yeah, maybe 34.
And no, because it just, I don't know. I can't even look. Like, they've sent like 7 messages in the group chat, and it honestly just gets me so tight. Because listen, obviously, if I was at the helm here, Yankees offseason, it would have went a little differently so far than it has. But I don't know. I can't look at the Red Sox and say that we don't have a better team. And, in all facets, pitching, hitting. I mean, how do you see the two teams?
Between the Red Sox and the Yankees,
Yeah.
You're saying? I mean, I would say the Yankees are better than, by the way. It looks like Sonny Gray turns 37 this year. That's kind of crazy.
But this is what I'm saying.
But no. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say they can compare to the Yankees lineup right now.
No, Red Sox are killing this offseason.
Who said that?
I think Corey said it yesterday.
I mean, they are having a good offseason. They're acquiring more players than the Yankees are, I suppose.
But are they acquiring the right guys? Like we said, Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras is like, a fringe guy. I mean, I think for that team,
it's so funny. He just commented.
Team.
I feel like he's just trying to get me going. But he says Red Sox close to getting Paredes at third, supposedly becoming a tough, great team with a great young core. And like I said, I just don't see the young core. I see Roman Anthony. Michael Mayer, I don't think he performed that well last year. I'm just trying to take a look because they don't even have the right. I don't know if you noticed that ESPN doesn't update the roster in the offseason.
Oh, really?
No, they still had Devers on the depth chart.
What?
For the depth chart, but I guess maybe the if you go to the roster though, it looks like it's a little more updated. So Marcelo Mayer, one of those hyped up young core guys who actually is from Chula Vista, California, a stone's throw from San Diego. He's 23, but he hit 228 last year. Tristan Campbell was a highly touted prospect, just as highly touted almost as Roman Anthony. He had to get sent down last year because he hit 223. So you know what I mean? It's just like I'm not seeing the hype with this team. I think they're still far away. And if you told me that they were going to sign Kyle Tucker or something, then I feel like I would feel differently. But I don't think they're going to have a good offense. I mean, I think it also depends on how Jaron Duran plays this year.
Oh, yeah.
You look at it, I think he hit 256 last year with a 774 OPS. He's 29. Will turn 30 in September. So you look at it, his average dropped 29 points. And his OPS went from 834 to 774. Slugging dropped 50 points, 492, 442. So yeah, I just see them the same way I saw them last year, around 500. Things fall right. They're in the playoffs, but I mean, after so many things, Tony, fell right last year, I don't see them having that type of luck again this year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I mean, I think there's a lot of Red Sox fans out there that are pretty
Riley Souza
positive about it. Yeah.
Did you actually talk to him or no?
I mean, as I talked to him, which was a little while ago.
What's a little while ago?
Like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. What did he think about Sonny and Wilson Contreras? Like, what?
Contreras, he seemed pretty excited about, to be honest.
Okay.
Sonny Gray was kind of like take it or leave it, I guess.
Dude, I can't believe you think Sonny's gonna be good with them. Honestly, especially turning 37, the ballpark, the division, right? I mean, it just doesn't seem like that's the place for Sonny Gray.
Sounds like it's a good opportunity for him to right the ship.
You really think
redeem himself?
What are his numbers this year? Let's say he makes 30 starts. What's his numbers?
30 starts. I'll say he has maybe a 3.1 ERA.
3.1.
3.1,
wow.
Dude.
Yeah. No, and I think Will Warren could be a Cy Young award winner.
No, I don't know. I mean, listen,
3.1,
3.1. No, I think he's going to have certainly a sub 4 ERA. I think he's going to surprise you, Brian. I really do. I mean, there were glimpses of him with St. Louis. I think I had him on my fantasy team 2 seasons ago. And he was pitching really well, dude. I think if the guy can keep the ball in the park, which I think he can, he'll have a solid year.
All right. If I was doing like my do not draft list for fantasy, him, Chapman, and Corey just texted me, getting you rattled. But him, Chapman, and Contreras, I would put on my do not draft list. Chapman's gonna get way overdrafted this year because I mean it was like almost a historic season for Chapman last year.
Ridiculous.
There's no way he got the extension too, and then I don't like this shit he's talking about fuck him, dude. He's gonna have a 9 ERA against the Yankees next year. All right, so there's that, and then
I think Sonny Gray's more likely to have a 3 ERA.
And then I just think I get it. The way things should operate. Yes. If Kyle Tucker was into baseball, it would be Kyle Tucker and Bo Bichette for the Yankees. And you'd feel good about lineup, all that stuff. But I just don't understand how they're saying they don't think we have a good enough lineup when we led the majors in runs scored. And you could talk about Bellinger, which is fine, but we might still get Bellinger back. I mean, I think at least it's a 50-50 proposition. But if not, I just don't know how they could ignore the fact that Spencer Jones hit 35 home runs last year in the minors. It's like we act like that's not a big deal. Nobody does that in the minors. They play less games. So I think a lot of times we've got tight as Yankee fans because it's we're not promoting these guys, but it's because they're not succeeding in the minors. But here we have a guy who has succeeded, was our first-round pick. You had the Judge comparisons coming out of Vanderbilt. So I don't understand why you wouldn't be excited about that. And then when I look at the offense, it's okay. Yes, I'll give you Austin Wells. I'm not an Austin Wells guy. It's funny because going into last year, I thought he was going to have a great year. He had a great spring, all of that. But I'm counting him out, and it's not like it's a 0% chance he could be okay. But let's say I'm counting him out, okay? But Ben Rice, I think, is going to have a really big year. He's going to make the All-Star team, in my opinion. I think he's a really good hitter. Jazz, we don't like some of the fundamental stuff, the ripped at second, but there's no denying it. I mean, he's a top 3, at worst, top 5 second baseman offensively in the league, right?
Okay.
And then I love Caballero playing short for the first month. I think that speed element, defense is great. McMahon, you want to point the finger there. I see it, obviously, because his average wasn't good last year, but he's been an all-star before. There's no reason that he can't hit, 240 and hit 25 home runs with the Porch, have a full offseason with the Yankees, full season with the Yankees. So you have that. Obviously, you have the captain and right. Trent had a great year last year. I'm sure people are expecting regression, but you would think based on what he did last year, he should still be able to hit 20 to 25 home runs. And then Stanton at DH, yes, the health concern, but then having Spencer and Dominguez getting 500 at-bats each. And I feel like Dominguez, like, he didn't really get going last year, but he didn't have a bad year, but he had inconsistent playing time. So I feel like you put all that together, I don't see a team that's going to struggle to score runs. And I think the issue that I have, I understand about like performing in the postseason, track record, like all that stuff, like they're complaining about. But in terms of regular season, you look at it, the Yankees pretty much never have struggled to score in the regular season. And I don't see that changing this year. Bellinger or no Bellinger, I still think they're going to be a top 5 offense.
With that lineup, Stanton and Judge alone, you would anticipate that
Rice,
a lot of
Rice,
offense.
all the metrics last year and all the bad luck he had hitting the ball so hard. I know a good player when I see one. Ben Rice is that player.
Any concern though on like the lack of numbers though? Like you said, a lot of hard hit balls, but
he had 26 home runs last year. Isn't that a lack of numbers?
Yeah, but what are you expecting out of him this year? Though?
I think it's possible he could hit 300, but I'm gonna put his average at 280.
What was it last year?
I think 256 if I had to guess. And then I want to say he's gonna hit. I think he's gonna hit 30 home runs and probably drive in 80, 90 runs. So I think he's probably going to end up being, our second best offensive player. Obviously, sure, there's in theory, could Stanton, get lucky and be able to play 130 games and hit 45 home runs. I guess I'm not expecting that. But I'm fine with him missing time because it opens up things for Spencer and Jason. So let's go. So like I said, I get the way. I'm not a Cashman guy. I'm not a Howell guy. I'm not a Boone guy. So I understand that. But at the same time, let's not act like we don't have one of the best teams in the league and, have just as much of a chance as we always had to go to a World Series. And it just depends on, obviously how the guys step up in the postseason. But, and I spent all this time talking about the position players. But I think at full strength, their rotation is going to be great. And I think there's no way that our bullpen is going to be way better than it was last year. That cost us a lot of games last year. So I just don't understand the negative, approach that a lot of fans have. Other than, like I said, those 3 guys that I don't like that are part of the organization. But at the end of the day, it's what the players do on the field. And I definitely think they do have the players. It's just about it coming together. So that's just my thought. Yes, would I like to be loaded where it's like, there's no way we're not? Of course I would. But it's like, I'm just looking at it realistically, and I think we have as good of a shot as anybody in the American League to go to the World Series.
And Corey doesn't.
Just the way they're talking, it's just like, and they're not saying where they think they're going to go, but if you look at the text, you would think like there's a question if they're going to make the playoffs.
Who do you think the biggest competition is for the Yankees?
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays, like by far?
Yeah. So that's the thing. And then Mark was like arguing with me because I was saying, like, he was talking about the Red Sox. I'm like, dude, like, I'm not worried about the Red Sox. Like, our focus this year has to be the Blue Jays. And he was saying, no. Talking about the Astros and stuff. Like, no. Like, the Blue Jays completely embarrassed us last year. We need to get back at them this year. We need to really play well against them. They're the reason why we didn't go to the World Series.
Yeah, literally. And John Pog weighs in a little bit here. He says the Red Sox are not, emphasis on the not, making the playoffs.
Let's go. Like that's what I'm talking about. All this negativity. Enough, Tony.
Yeah, no, I guess so. I'm not really dialed into the negativity around the Yankees, so.
Yeah, but right? Wouldn't you say, just, okay, you want to give Toronto the edge in the division right now because they won it last year? That's fine. But it doesn't mean that there's no way you could tell me that they're 10 games better than the Yankees. It's going to be close just like it was last year.
Yeah, no, again, all signs kind of point to that. Historically speaking, the Yankees are always going to be competitive for the division. And, especially with how close it was last season. Yeah, you'd like to think it's going to be somewhere around that same ballpark.
Yeah. Can't wait to be in
the ballpark.
So we'll see what happens, but that's really what we got for baseball right now. But hopefully more news tomorrow to talk about and into next week. We'll see. But if we could go now to the world of the National Football League.
This kid is special, man. This you didn't think to do that.
Gonna run for it, he got it, and there he goes. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Nobody's gonna catch him.
Jones to the end zone. Touchdown.
Quincy Williams leveling Murray. There he goes. Jamar Chase.
Not yet.
Touchdown Bengals. Stafford, Williams. What a hit by Buda Baker. Buda Baker just saved the touchdown.
All right, so today's show is brought to you by Velvet Llama, premium canned cocktails crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, the crisp Moscow Mule with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. I did see, before we get into the football here, a couple more comments. It looked like Josh B going back to his old ways.
You say that every year, Barnes. But then he says Yankees have a strong chance to win.
No, but I think
oh, he's saying that you say that every year?
And this is the thing that just gets misconstrued, Josh. Again, I was talking about this before. Yeah, I don't like the fact of, like, we have to look at it like, okay, we have a pretty good shot. Doesn't mean that we're going to win, but we're in the conversation. Yes, that isn't good enough. I'm aware of that, Josh. But I think and it's just like one of those things when you come to terms that that's how it is right now. How could you not look at it as you want to just see what happens? Let's go. It's just like we're not going to give up before the season starts. And I do think we are due for some good luck, because I think we also haven't had some good luck in a while, which would mean like Spencer being a star, Jason being a star, something like that. So let's see what happens. We can read and react once the season starts. And then a couple more from Pollock.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He says Scherzer walked away in 2014, Verlander traded in 17, and Skubal, 2026. And he says, just love losing good players because we don't want to pay them.
No, and I agree, and that's why I think a big thing, and we talk about collective bargaining agreement and potentially there being a lockout, is just the fact that I think there should be more of a vetting process for the owners, and I think it should be illegal to pocket revenue sharing, and there needs to be a floor. And I think then we won't see stuff like this happening. But like I've been saying all week, not even all week, but just all offseason, it just seems like there's a net 0% chance that Skubal goes back to the Tigers. But we'll see. And then Corey trying to stick the sword in the stomach here says if Framber goes to the Orioles, it might be playoff over. And that's just like the thing where it's just like, dude, Framber Valdez, you want to talk about somebody who's past their prime. What is he at this point, 32? And I just feel like his numbers have went down. I would not want to give that guy a 5-year contract.
Let's look up some numbers.
And then Pollock also adds, if the Yankees beat the Jays and the bad teams, will be fine. Absolutely. Yeah, we have to beat the Jays. Absolutely.
All right, Valdez here. Last season, 31 starts, 192 innings pitched, a 3.66 ERA, 187 Ks, by the way, over those 190 innings pitched. Season before that, he pitched 176 innings, a 2.91 ERA. Before that, did have a good season, though. I mean, this guy throws a lot of complete games, it seems.
What was that, 3 years ago?
Well, last year he threw 2 at the league. Last season before that, threw 1. Season before that, he threw 2. Season before that, threw 3 at the league. Obviously, you would imagine these numbers would continue to trend in the wrong direction, I suppose. Again, you want to take him from 2022, which arguably was one of his better seasons, his best season probably. 31 starts, the 3 complete games, 2.82 ERA. But yeah, it just seems like every year it's kind of been up and down, but those numbers have been going up progressively,
Yeah.
Like his good has been going up and his bad has been going up, sort of deal. So I don't know. I mean, this is a guy who, you're looking at, maybe 4 of the last 5 years, top 10 in the Cy Young contention, but like
32 though?
Yeah,
And I would think he wants 5 years. That's a bad contract. It's just like I've seen that too many times. He might have 1 or 2 good seasons left.
I'll give him 3 years. No, I would.
You give him 3, but I'm saying I would say I think he's going to push for 5, especially because of the lack of quality starting pitching still out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's what happens when you're a free agent. You're kind of able to do that. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be upset if he was on my team.
Yeah, well,
especially
and I think
if you're the Orioles, not for nothing too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, go to the Orioles, get hammered. Go ahead. I hope they sign him. And then Pollock says, you better hope Kyle Tucker goes to the Mets.
Wow.
So I guess he's not buying into the lack of desire. So we'll see. But we could talk baseball forever, obviously. But some NFL news, obviously the big story, this was obviously very much so anticipated, but Harbaugh finalizing the deal to become the Giants coach, and it looks like it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 years, $100 million. I know we've talked about this in length this week, but now that it's pretty much done, I mean, I think it's an absolute home run move for the Giants, and I think I was listening to Rick and Dave, and there was somebody calling in from Baltimore, kind of being negative about it, and I understand the thought process of like, he won a Super Bowl a long time ago. That was a 2011 season. It's 2026. That's 15 years ago. They haven't won a lot of playoff games recently. You could say all that stuff, but then you look at how bad the Giants have been since they won that last Super Bowl, and it's like, even if, and I'm just curious what you think about this, even if Harbaugh doesn't end up winning a Super Bowl with the Giants, but has a winning record and gets them to the playoffs multiple times during this 5-year period, and you would, I think the thought process is this is more like a 10-year thing. That's what they're hoping. But even if he just gets them above 500, competitive, playoffs, winning playoff games, I feel like then it's worth it because you've been an absolute disaster. You've had nothing but terrible head coaches since Tom Coughlin was there. So I just don't see personally how this could go awry at all. I think it's only up from here, and I think he gives you the stability. Even if he's the building block to where you get to a point where you're winning Super Bowls, I think it's more than worth it, even $100 million or not.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of coaches throughout the years of the NFL, come into an organization and really, get it right. And I don't know, man. I mean, I understand like why I guess maybe Ravens fans would be having that angle to this. But I don't know. I feel like that guy, because I heard that guy calling, he just seemed like a salty Baltimore fan, to be honest.
No, and I think he had to go. I think they were right for getting rid of him. I understand that. But I think you're looking at two different things. Lamar Jackson, 29. You have to win right now. But the Giants are not that. This is just going to be Jackson Dart's second season.
Oh, yeah, right. And I guess maybe there are some things to say as, Lamar, like you had him in his prime, MVP seasons. How could you not be able to get it done? But as Rick said, on the show, I mean, you did have, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, really a massive roadblock in your way. So it is super tough. But I don't know. I mean, Harbaugh and like the Giants division. I mean, again, I think they have a good shot with the way things are going in their division.
The Eagles falling apart.
Washington
had a terrible year.
Right. Dallas seems to be kind of a toss up.
And then, yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, it seems like that there's going to be a significant path to success for the Giants, at least better than last season. I know the bar is set pretty low. And yes, with Harbaugh in there is a sense of expectation here. I mean, a lot of people also called in this morning glazing the Giants now at this point. Good roster, the good team. This is, there is like kind of an all-time new pressure, I feel like, on the Giants organization from the fan base for success. And I'm sure there will be some, but yeah, dude. I mean, they're even some of the Giants fans that called in that were kind of like taking a step back. It's like, and you should be rejoicing, dude. This is a massive get.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm just trying to figure this out. I want to double check, but I believe so. It was 4. Yeah, so it's 7 victories, Tony, for the Giants the last 2 years. And so that's why it's like next year. Sure, I'm sure a lot of Giants fans are thinking right now, no reason why we can't be a playoff team. Obviously, you have to have a good off season, And supposedly, his offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, who had some run-ins with Lamar, is going to come with him. But it's just like, I mean, you draft well, you sign a couple good free agents. I mean, there's no reason at the very least you can't be around 500 next year. Coming from being a 4-win team, 3-win team the season before that, I mean, I think you're definitely at the very minimum, even if you're not making the playoffs, you're definitely going to be in the playoff conversation. And I'm not going to be surprised at all if they end up making the playoffs. And a lot of moves need to be made, but it just seems like that's the trajectory here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree. And it should be a great seaon for the Giants.
Yeah.
I'm excited to honestly watch it. I know Matthew Gabriel.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. No, but honestly, and it is something I do respect teams, no matter what sport it is, like doing it the right way. And I think they've had a couple good draft picks the last couple of years, whether it's Dart, Scattaboo, Neighbors. Carter seemed like to come on as the season went on. I know there's some problems with that. Talking about like a Kyle Tucker type of thing. But it seems like Harbaugh setting the tone. I think Abdul Carter's going to be an animal next year, and he won't be sleeping in any meetings.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, newfound confidence, newfound culture, dude.
Yeah.
And
then what did you make of the Oregon? I know you're not, up on the college football, but I'm sure you had heard, Dante Moore back to Oregon. So no pun intended, ducking the Jets with the number 2 pick there. But it seems like a lot of people saying not ready. I think he's only had 20 college starts, whatever the case may be. But there's no like official word, but to me, like, especially with a potentially loaded quarterback class next year, Arch Manning, you would imagine, like it seems like a number 2 overall pick, assuredly all that money. I mean, it seems like it's a quite literally ducking the Jets here.
No, it does seem like that, but I mean, I don't know. You don't put any stock into wanting more college experience to get better for the NFL. I mean,
I just think though, because you can make a couple $1 million in college, but then you get a guaranteed. I think it's I don't have the exact number, but let's say $36 million as a number 2 pick. You don't know what's going to happen next year in college. You could play terrible. Drew Aller was supposed to be a top 10 pick last year. He comes back to Penn State. He gets injured. He's probably a 5th or 6th round pick. And we've seen this happen many times before. Matt Barkley, Kyle Orton, Matt Leinart slipping from the number 1 pick to 10. A lot of times, other than Andrew Luck, who did come back for another season, a lot of times these guys stay an extra year and their stock goes down. And especially with the quarterback class coming next year, probably I could see him end up being a mid first round pick, maybe even falling into the 2nd. He might cost himself a lot of money, but then again, is it worth it to avoid the Jets? Especially at this moment with Glenn. Despite all the draft picks, some guys in the roster you like, but Glenn's, like we've talked about many times, just seems like a horrible coach.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I guess the risk is there, so maybe you can point to the signs that the fact that he thought he was going to be signing the Jets, but doesn't he have the option to not sign if he's drafted?
No.
Really?
Because they would have his draft rights, and it's just like they could be like, okay, well, we're not going to trade you, and you're not going to make any money, and you're not going to play, and like, what is he going to do?
Yeah. So you really you think that if Aaron Glenn wasn't there, he would have been
if they just
went to the draft?
Probably, right? I mean, what's the hype of going to the Jets?
There
right
is
now?
no hype,
But they could have a good offseason, so we're hoping for that. And my thought is at 2, get a playmaker, whether that's Cardinal Tate, the wide receiver from Ohio State, Reese, the pass rusher. I know there's some concerns about his consistency, or even I know it's a stretch at number 2, and we saw this backfire for the Giants, but maybe you don't bring back Breece Hall. And you could sign Jeremiah Love, select Jeremiah Love. And then at 16, get Trinidad Chambliss. I know he's petitioning for a 6-year of eligibility at Ole Miss. But if not, I mean, I think he really had a good season this year. I know he's 23 years old. I know he played a lot of his snaps at Division II. But that's a guy I would like at 16. And it feels like whenever you take a quarterback not in the top 5 or the top 10, a lot of the pressure goes away. So I kind of like that plan. We'll see what the Jets do. People have talked about trading down, but it just doesn't seem like a draft where you're trading down. But then again, combine, pro workouts, postseason bowl games. Sometimes people's stock, for whatever reason, skyrockets. Maybe that happens, but it just doesn't seem like there's another quarterback in the top 5 or 10. So we'll see. And we'll also see how this affects kind of the domino effect of what this has on the rest of these coaching vacancies. I think
Who's going
8.
next?
That's interesting. But I would think like Atlanta or Tennessee. And I would think Stefanski is probably going to be the next domino to fall. And I think, even though he's not like a hot commodity, but I think I could see like Mike McCarthy going to Cleveland or Arizona, two franchises that have had a lot of losing seasons recently, just to have somebody come in, stability. McCarthy with Arizona is interesting because I feel like he does a really good job at the offense. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. Trey McBride's unbelievable. Could he kind of spin it in his interview with them that he's going to fix Kyler Murray? I don't know if they've already decided they want to get rid of him, but with that contract cap hits, maybe they don't want to get rid of him just yet. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're going to keep him, I like him as good as anybody to take that job.
Do you think that McCarthy wants to do that?
I think McCarthy just wants to coach.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't exactly have his pick of the litter.
No, that's true.
So we'll see. But I'm kind of thinking Stefanski will be the next off the board.
Do you think he's the next best coach that's left? Is Stefanski, yeah.
2-time coach of the year. Obviously, McCarthy's won a Super Bowl before. But it just feels like he's a little older. So, is he more of like a 5-year type of coach where Stefanski, in theory, could be 10 plus? And
very
I
true.
think that's what teams earn for is that, consistency, stability, and I think that's what he could bring. So we'll have to see what happens. But obviously, big day tomorrow. The picks. I'm feeling a 2-0, and it's nice. Picks will come to us. Let them make the mistakes first.
Yes.
That's going to be great. Josh B out of meetings, not in Newark or Secaucus.
But you know what, dude? He's tired. The long vacation, the kids.
The empanadas he's got to cook. The chimichangas. And then Pollock also says, until the Giants fix a few things, 8-9 at the lowest, maybe 10 wins high. All right. So let's see. But let's just rip off the Band-Aid and go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the nail break. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink wide! Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right, so obviously no goal song. The Rangers lose 8-4, fifth straight loss last night at the Garden. Now 5-13-4, so if you count those overtime losses, 5-17 through their first 22 games at the Garden. Obviously a joke, 20-22-6 on the season. Ottawa, like I said, it seems like they're a tough matchup for them. Kachuk had 4 assists. So only silver lining here, obviously quick pull. Spencer Martin, I guess when he came in did fine, is Gabe Perreault scores his second and third goal of his career last night. So that was the one silver lining. I was chirping JD saying, I thought you said he was too small. I think he's going to be just fine. The rest of the team, maybe not so much, but at least that was one good thing from last night is Perreault. And I think it just makes it evident. And I know, okay, you're down 6-0, whatever. Still, it's the NHL. Like nobody's like half-assing it. So like I think the 2 goals do mean something, right? Or no?
Yeah, and
for a younger player.
Yes, and they were both good goals.
Yeah.
You know, that first one with the feed to Mika. They both included like Perreault tight in on the tender, breaking past defenders, using his speed, maybe even using his smaller frame to get past defenders, and then making a little move in front of the tender and finding the back of the net. That happened twice, dude, and it was very impressive. But yeah, I mean that is maybe the one thing you can hang your hat on. And it was nice to see the Garden riled for those 2 goals, by the way. I mean, they were hyped for Gabe Perreault.
Right, because that's all we have.
No, it is.
It really future-wise.
But I mean,
what else is the future?
No, I mean, you want to look at Brendan Hoffman, like you want to look at Scott Morrow.
Do those guys look good? Berard, right? I don't think like those guys look good.
No, not as good. But again, I mean, like we've talked about it. Like, I mean, this is a Mike Sullivan, a Rangers regime that refuses to play young guys consecutively.
Right.
You know, so obviously at this point, it's almost like you're forced, and thank God. I mean, Sullivan's gonna be forced to keep playing Gabe here, which is great. Like maybe he'll bring up some other guys as well. I mean, and of course, a lot of people are talking about the Rangers tanking, getting that number 1 pick again, drafting somebody new. The guy,
winger from Penn State,
McKenna, whatever, right? Something McKenna.
It's not Tanner, right? No.
Tanner McKenna? No, I don't think so. Gabe? No. I think it's a 1-syllable name.
You ready for it?
John, Matt.
Hold on.
Jack.
Okay, one last guess. What's his name?
Rick? No.
Gavin McKenna.
Gavin. Shit.
Considered a generation top by scouts with comparisons like Sidney Crosby and Connor
McDavid?
Yes.
Really, dude?
So, dude, I'm all with you. I know yesterday I was kind of ripping you about like you wanting to lose. I'm all with it. But I know you still have to win the lottery though. So I mean, either way, I mean, like we don't have to try. We'll be in the lottery. It's just how high our odds are going to be.
Exactly.
But the Islanders had low odds last year, and they ended up with Matthew Schaefer.
Exactly, dude. So I'd be interested to see like what the last time that the Rangers Islanders got back-to-back first overall picks in back-to-back years.
Never.
Maybe never, dude. But in any case, you're still looking at this team and. I know we're kind of like already looking ahead to next year. I mean, there are some significant problems in the roster and the management. One of which is Mike Sullivan. I'm going to play some sound from Mike Sullivan right now, and this is some some post game sound after last night. And now I've been hearing Mike Sullivan obviously speak to the media, and I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like last night, especially, he feels pretty dejected. But this is the first question here, where of course the opening question is like, "Yo." Like, what's up with the 4-0 in the first period? Like, why are you getting off to these bad starts? And this is what Mike Sullivan, the head coach, had to say.
Well, I just think when you go through struggles the way we're going through, our confidence isn't at an all-time high. And when things don't go the right way, especially early on in the game, it can affect, the mindset of the group. And that's been our challenge, is to try to find a way to keep some resilience, keep a competitive spirit, enthusiasm, any adjective you want to use to try to give ourselves the best chance to put our best game in the ice. We take a penalty early on in the game, give them a power play right away. They score in the power play, and they get momentum right off the bat. It's a tough way to start the game. So, obviously, we've got to find a way to have more resilience and be able to recover and overcome that.
All right. So, I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, doesn't that really piss you off hearing that? And he goes on to say, by the way, because this is like a 6-minute post-game conference. I forget, another reporter was talking about this, and he says, and I quote here, "The biggest challenge is our own mindset." So, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, to me, like, that feels like you're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like that. No, like a piss poor mindset is leadership problems. Is your captain's a dick and your head coach doesn't know what he's doing, is what's going on. And dude, the excuse, like, I understand. I mean, obviously, the give up the penalty the first minute of the game, power play, but you didn't lose. You didn't go on to lose this game 2-1 or lose it 3-2 in a tight one.
Right.
And you gave up a fucking goal, but it's the first couple minutes of the game. If I'm your coach, you forget about it. As far as you're concerned, it's nothing, and go out there and start playing some hard hockey. The game is not over at all. And that's what you're going to tell me? But no. Mike Sullivan is a bad coach, so he lets that mentality snowball into 4-0 by the time the first period is over. Give him a goal in the last 5 seconds, dude. And then what? And then you end up losing this game 8-4. I mean, that is bad coaching. It's what that is, bad leadership. And I really I don't know. I got no patience. I got nothing for it, dude. And in a couple of weeks, JT Miller's going to be going off to fucking Italy to go play in the Olympics. And it's like, it really pisses me off.
Sullivan will be coaching.
It really Sullivan will be coaching, and it really pisses me off, dude. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. No,
this is what you're saying, dude. It's absolutely outrageous.
I agree. And it's just one of those things, like with Glenn, and yes, obviously Sullivan has more pedigree, the championships, all that. But we've looked over his coaching record. It's been in decline since the Cups. And, I think the writing's on the wall. And whether it's this year, after the season, sometime next year, he's not going to be the coach for long. And they need to. I think the problem is, and it's funny, we laud the Giants for bringing in somebody like Harbaugh, veteran, been there before. But it's like that's what they needed because they've been that bad. But I think it's clear now the Rangers need somebody maybe younger, newer ideas, because I think they're bringing in guys. Sure, maybe, they had won Stanley Cups before, but I think there was a reason why this was like, a rebound job for them because since winning those Cups, things haven't gone as smoothly. And obviously I'm talking about Gallant and Laviolette and now Sullivan. So that seems like it is. And then, obviously Drury, we've talked about nauseum. You'd love to see him just make a bunch of trades, play the young guys, and set up Gabe Perreault to be the next captain of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should be interesting to see. I mean, listen, I know you mentioned like the track record of Mike Sullivan. Obviously, have a lot of respect for the man, for what he's done, for the Penguins organization. But I mean, yes, I don't think he's the guy for the job. It's pretty clear he's not the guy for the job based on that post-game sound, honestly. But I will give him some slack that maybe he did walk into a shit situation with a poor GM, with a shit locker room, and maybe expected to turn it around and just maybe at this point it's just too far gone. I don't know. I mean, maybe he just wasn't the right guy for the job. We've talked about him not playing the young guys to start the year and stuff like that. Maybe resorting to some of his older ways, resorting to what Mike Sullivan knows in order to fix the locker room. But it just seems like that him, the locker room, Drury, not on the same page at all. So I don't think Mike Sullivan's a bad coach, but yes, I would still say get rid of him. I think you may have to, like, at this point, I mean, it is like almost like full rebuild mode. I mean, it's like get rid of everybody.
But at least build it right,
Yeah, exactly.
Because you didn't make the right changes after that, President's Trophy season.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about, maybe a new coach, a young guy. I mean, you think about some of the coaches having success around the league. You think of Marty St. Louis, who was like a first-time NHL coach. Like he's doing well with Montreal.
Wow. Took a little while.
With your Islanders, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a little while.
Corey's Islanders.
And you know what, dude? I mean, like they had locker room problems too. I mean, Matt Barzal, I think, was like missing meetings or practice or whatever, dude. Right. And they had, an aging Brock Nelson they got rid of, a goaltending problem. They've overcome some obstacles. Yeah. Of course, the usual injuries as well during the season. And now they're doing really well. I mean, Schaefer's looking good. The Islanders are looking good. And Patrick Waugh is looking all right too. So I mean, it should be interesting to see, what direction they end up going in and how they play out the rest of the season and what they do for the trade deadline. But I will be sitting on the hill of dump everything.
Yeah,
build around Perreault.
It's a shame. It feels like we're crazy to say this, but with the Rangers right now, Jets territory.
No, it is.
Like watching the game almost felt like a waste of time yesterday.
I mean, the past 5 years have been such like an embarrassment. I mean, all those first round picks are gone, dude. Like for Lafreniere, I know, yes, maybe looked good last night, but like Kakko gone, Hedl gone, Miller gone. I mean, these were supposed to be the rebuild players,
right?
And they're not even on the roster anymore. So clearly, it's time to strip it down again. And see what you can get, see what you can build around Gabe here, and maybe you get Gavin McKenna, and you can figure it out. Because I mean, you don't want to waste years with Igor. So yeah, hopefully they figure it out, dude.
Yeah, and boy, how old Quick has gotten overnight too. I mean, I was texting JD today. I mean, I think he should be a coach. Honestly, it feels like he's done. I know his team's not helping him.
No, not at all, dude. I mean,
but it seems like you were talking about trade. Like I just feel like there's no point to him on this team at this point.
He's gonna retire he may do the honorary retire as a king, but I'm sure like he will retire as a Ranger. They're gonna trade him.
I thought you wanted to trade him, or are you saying because he's batting practice? Like
you're probably gonna get much for him. I don't know. I mean, maybe if there's a market,
I'd trade him. I don't. You know what I mean? He's not some forever Ranger. If we're gonna get a draft pick, we might as well just trade him.
Yeah.
Good story, this and that, but
great story.
Ranger season, not a good story. But anyway, we'll see what they do. But how did we do with the picks yesterday?
We both went 2-2.
Okay.
So that makes you 20-18. And that would make me 18-20.
Boy.
Boy.
No, I had the Sabres yesterday, watched the game. They're on fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It feels like they could go to the Stanley Cup. They're playing that well.
That's crazy.
But
That'd be the playoffs.
I'm excited that I'm going to see him in Tampa because I feel like that atmosphere is going to be electric. They keep playing like this. I think it's just going to be nuts. That game.
It will be nuts.
It was nuts last year. I think it was a 6-5 game. So, what are the updated standings
for us?
Yeah,
you're 20-18, and I'm 18-20.
Wow, close.
2 games. That's right.
2 games.
Tight race.
A lot of games tonight, which makes it a little more exciting.
Your Sabres and Islanders are in play.
Goons Islanders. But yeah, let's strike up the music. Another edition of the Frozen Frenzy here on a Thursday, and Tony is batting leadoff here.
That's right, I am, dude. So let's get started. Brian already alluded to it. A lot of games to pick from, and I'm trying to look for maybe like a surefire win here. Columbus has been playing well. They're playing Vancouver tonight. Bruins against the Kraken. Kraken are on the back-to-back. At the Garden, the TD Garden, that is. I guess I'll start off with that. Why not, dude? Bruins at home. They're going to be facing off against the Seattle Kraken. Kraken obviously played last night, and they lost last night.
The Devils in overtime.
The Devils in overtime. Don LaGreca on the call. In any case here, Boston in here is -170 on the money line. Over-under is 5.5, which is pretty interesting. Bruins have been playing pretty well. They're going to make it 5 in a row here, and they just served up back-to-back shutouts, actually at home against Pittsburgh, against Detroit. Before that, we know they defeated the Rangers 10-2. So they've outscored their opponents 14-2 in the past 3 games, 18-3 if you want to include that 4th game. So I don't know, man. I mean, I would say give me the over on the 5.5. Bruins taking this game. I guess Morgan Geekie, who's leading the team, 108 shots on goal. Give me 112 shots on goal with 2 goals for him tonight. And then maybe like a pasta goal, I suppose. So give me the Bruins. I'll say 4-2. Why not? Bruins 4-2 with the over.
Good pick. I was going to pick that one. And by the way, I mean, I know things are bad. I didn't realize it was this bad. Rangers, least amount of points in the Eastern Conference, and have the 6th least points in the league. There's some bottom feeders in the West, but that is pretty bad, and obviously worst home record. But we know all that. We know they're terrible, whatever. Anyway, for me here, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think I want to double check this. I want to say they've lost, I think it's 3 in a row. Yes, 3 in a row. 2-1 to Calgary, 1-0 to Boston, and 2-1 in a shutout to Tampa. So obviously close games, but the Flyers have lost 4 in a row, so something's got to give here. Flyers played last night, though, so I think this is a very grueling back-to-back for Philly. I know the travel's not crazy, but just, 2 tough opponents. And I think Pittsburgh, before this 3-game losing streak, have been playing pretty well. I think they're going to bounce back. That's the value of the Malkins and the Latangs and the Crosbys kind of, setting the tone here. So, to me, this feels like a 4-2 Pittsburgh win. Give me Crosby with a goal to give him 50 points and 25 goals on the season. So give me Pittsburgh and the under.
Pittsburgh with the under. All right, next game here. I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edmonton, I think, here. Yeah, let's go to Edmonton. Oilers taking on the Islanders here. Islanders coming in here at plus 136 dogs, Brian. Over-under is 6.5 here, which is a little surprising if you ask me. But in any case, give me the Islanders. Give me the dogs. Why not, dude? Islanders playing
fan?
Okay hockey. Take it easy now. Winning 3 of the last 5.
Just as many points as the Sabres. I was looking at the standings. Kind of crazy. It doesn't feel like it.
It does not feel like it.
Yeah.
But that, Sabres, 10-game win streak, crazy, right. Dude. In any case, Islanders here 25-16-5. I think will be defeating the Oilers here. I know Oilers been playing good hockey too. They just lost in overtime against the Predators, though. Islanders did beat the Oilers. I think it was like 4-2 way back in October. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think it'll go under. I think maybe Islanders 2-0. I guess give me Holmstrom. He had the OT winner against Minnesota. He's got the second goal in the third period, giving the Islanders the lead. What did I say? 2-1. Islanders under.
All right. So a couple different places I could go. I
know it is tough.
It is a little tough, but I'll go with the Knights. I know it's a back-to-back scenario, but they're playing Toronto. Toronto's only 7-11-2 away from Scotiabank Arena. And it looks like, Stellars is still out. And I guess Brendan Saad is out for Vegas, but they still have, your Mark Stones, your Tomas Hurdles, your Mitch Marners, your Jack Eichels. Not to mention the job that Schmidt has done, but I guess, I don't know, maybe it'll be a Carter Hart spot, given the back-to-back. But regardless of that, give me Vegas. I don't know. Toronto has been playing a lot better since a terrible start to the season, the waning attendance, all that. But this is a road game. Vegas is hot. Looks like they've won their last 5. So give me the Knights. I'm going to say high-scoring game, but they win 5-4. Overtime, and I'm going to say Mitch Marner, the game winner. Knights in the over.
Knights in the over. My third and final game here, Brian. I just wasn't sure where I'm going to go here, but I think we're going to go... I'm looking at Minnesota, Winnipeg right now, and you're thinking, wow, Jets wild, Minnesota good team out of the West here, Winnipeg struggling. But wait a minute now, Brian. Minnesota, I think, is 4-2, or is it, I forget, 4-2-4? I think in their last 10, a lot of overtime losses recently. Not doing great in their last 10 games. They've dropped 4 of their last 5 games. Specifically, I know the Jets were on that 11-game losing streak, snapping it with a 5-1 victory over the LA Kings. Have not looked back. They've won 3 in a row since then, Brian. So give me the Jets here at plus 130. They're going to get hot. Over-under is 5.5. Connor Harbaugh has not had a shutout on the season yet. I would say give me one. Jets win this one. I'm going to say 1-0, okay? Mark Scheifele, the lone goal in the second period. Everybody holds there. Winnipeg and the under.
All right. I'm going to go to our nation's capital, Capital One Arena, the Washington Capitals hosting the San Jose Sharks. Only time these two teams played back on December 3rd. Capitals won 7-1. Capitals have won 3 out of their last 5, as well as the Sharks have, but coming off a 7-2 drubbing by the Vegas Knights. And I don't think it'll be 7-2. But I think the Capitals will win. Let's say 4-2. And Ovechkin has been kind of quiet. Wilson nursing that injury, will be back in a couple days. Give me Ovechkin, best night of the year, 2 goals and an assist. And give me the Capitals and the under, and just like that, your frozen frenzy here on a Thursday. So a lot of hockey to watch tonight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like I was playing Madden last night, and then I had the Rangers on one screen with the volume, and then the Flyers Buffalo game on the other. That was the national game on TNT. But once the Rangers started getting shellacked, then I put the volume on the Sabres game.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly enjoyed it. It was some good hockey. Buffalo, like I said, it's a good story. You know, they haven't been to the playoffs in a while. So, and I'm thinking the Pittsburgh game will be good tonight. Put a couple shekels on the Penguins and a couple shots. So let's see what happens.
Couple shots tonight, dude?
No, not shots, but shots on goal.
Shots on goal. SOG.
Yes. But yeah, let's get the grid going, the music up. Boston. But this is always something where, I mean, I would say it's almost like a grid like this. Tony, would you qualify it as like too easy?
Too easy.
Like, I think this could be eyes closed, honestly.
Well, how would you be able to know what the teams are if your eyes were closed, Ryan?
But let's start with Boston and Texas and go with Chris Martin.
Chris Martin, dude. Not to be confused with the singer. 1% for Chris Martin, dude.
There we go.
We're going to go for, Padres, Rangers? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think here.
Kyle Higashioka.
Yeah, that's in theory.
Right?
That seems good. Yeah, it's good. 2%.
It's good. Kyle
Very good.
Higashioka. The 10-win season.
Martin Perez, 0.7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how about that? Struggle no longer.
Martin Perez.
And then let's see, the 10-win season for the Angels. Obviously, Bart is an option, but you feel like you want to do something different there.
I want to do something different.
Just thinking about all the different guys over the years, I'm almost thinking a sneaky one would be, and he once was a closer for the Toronto Blue Jays, but that would be none other than Calvin Escobar. Do you remember Tony Calvin Escobar? Yeah, obviously Yankees playing the Blue Jays. Back in those days, it was 19 times. So we saw a lot of Calvin Escobar over the years. So yeah, that's a 0.6. So that's a good one.
Escobar.
For 10-win season for the Angels. And then we also have the All-Star with the 10-win season. And I'm thinking
Pedro Martinez.
Another Perez. Okay, no. Huh. Okay,
no,
never
no.
mind. Never mind. Sorry about that. Hold on. No, this is actually going to be a really good one. And it's so funny because he was just such a disappointment as a Yankee, but he comes in as a 0.1, and he had success, it felt like, everywhere else, whether it was the Expos, whether it was the Marlins, the Braves, but none other than Javier Vasquez.
Wow, okay. Javier Vasquez. 0.1, dude.
Right next to him,
you Darvish.
Jurickson Profar.
0.9, dude.
A 0.9. How about that? And then the Red Sox All-Star, Jonathan Papelbon.
Jonathan Papelbon. 1% for Papelbon. Nice, dudes.
All right, so 2 left here. Kenley Jansen's 5%. I think that's good enough.
Angels Boston?
Yeah.
Kevin
Pillar. Okay. Yeah, go Pillar.
I will go Pillar.
Wait, did Pillar play for San Diego? Or probably not, actually.
No, I don't think, no. Definitely
okay,
not.
yeah. Do Pillar.
I know Rich Hill did.
What was...
Dead nuts. Pillar's 0.5.
Nice. Okay, so Rich Hill, did he pitch for the Angels, though?
He definitely did.
Okay, go ahead.
Why, what do you have?
No, I don't. I was kind of just going through some options.
So go through some options. Rich Hill, 3% for a 10.
Okay,
Right,
perfect 10.
Dude. A perfect 10, dude.
How about that? So, good start. No, but honestly, like, it feels like unless there's some crazy thing, the Negro Leagues, stuff like that, or random countries, it feels like there's no grid that we're not going to be able to get.
No, literally, yeah. It's
professional.
I'm trying to think of the last time that we weren't able to do it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It's been a long time. But to the gridiron we go. A little AFC North feel here with the Ravens and the Bengals. Okay, so let's see here. So the only one team, just want to make sure this is right. Okay, so that's not what I was thinking. Is it this? No? Okay. All right. So Bengals, let's see here. I want to say okay, Evan McPherson, Bengals, 2%.
Evan McPherson, 2%. Where do you go to college?
I don't know. Where do you go?
Went to Florida.
Florida, huh?
Florida, dude.
okay here, and then just taking a look. Want to see something. So no, okay, not that.
Definitely could use some help from the viewers.
Right? Like where did all the assistants go? But that's all right. We'll be fine. Okay, let's see here. So the Dolphins, one team, because I feel like they just got rid of, I think anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, so is it Washington? Hold on. I got this. Not Broderick. No? Who am I thinking of? Is it Malik? Okay. Dolphins, Malik Washington.
Malik. %. Washington.
Okay. And let's see here, though. And actually, is this... Okay, Dolphins, Jags, Dead Nuts, Riley Patterson.
Dead Nuts, 0.5.
Okay, now we're going to think Tennessee.
Josh B says he's sorry. Needs work to stop sucking.
Ah, it's all right, Josh. Let me just see here. So, I'm trying to think about Tennessee. Who else is on that team? Other than Cam Ward, because I feel like Cam Ward will be too high. You could do Bengals, Ravens, TJ Hushmanzada, 12%.
There we go.
And then Ravens, Dolphins, Kenyon Drake.
Ravens, Dolphins, Drake, Kenyon, 2%.
Okay. Let's see here. So this isn't. Okay, not him. So the Titans. Just trying to think about this for a second. Did
Derrick Henry.
Jake Locker, former first-round pick quarterback, Washington. Don't ask me where to college.
For Ravens, Titans.
No. Only one team, Titans. You didn't type it in, did you?
No, I didn't.
Get a little tight over there.
Like, yo. 2%, dude.
Oh,
Where do you go to
man.
college? You don't even want to know.
I told you already. Oh, Jesus.
Washington.
Okay. Got it. Ravens, Titans. Let me just see here.
You think people will remember Derrick?
Remember who? Derrick Henry?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. McNair. I just feel like McNair is going to be 1,000. But DeAndre Hopkins, but probably high. But I guess I'll try it.
Who else you got?
18. But yeah, I guess since no one's helping us.
18%.
Okay, so Jags, Titans. Oh, Calvin Ridley, but that's probably high as well, I'm guessing. 69.
Oh.
And then Bengals, Jags, quarterbacks. Backup quarterbacks. Not Blaine Gabbert. I don't think Akili Smith played for Jacksonville. I guess if you want to start, look up Jacksonville and Cincinnati.
Wow. All right, this is a guy. Last year in the league was 2023 with Detroit. He's a wide receiver here. He was originally drafted by the Bengals in the 5th round, 2012.
Marvin Jones?
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that, dude? Let's fucking go.
Once caught, not 1, not 2, not 3, Tony, but did a backflip on his 4th touchdown. I was at Eastern watching at the sports bar with Mark. How
That's
about
sick,
that?
dude. He was a lot though.
What was he?
44%.
You set me up.
I didn't think. I mean, there's not a lot of people here though. I don't think there's. Really
Look
much
for
else.
Jags Titans.
Jags Titans. Set me up. I mean, I didn't think it'd be that high. I mean, I don't know. Fuck. All right, this is a guy. You know this guy. Quarterback here. All right. Went to Mizzou, dude.
Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be better than Ridley. So.
Why, you went to someone else?
No, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna be that crazy.
There's another quarterback, 97.
No, just go with Gabbert. But who was it?
The other quarterback?
Yeah.
Steve Matthews.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know him. %12 for Gabbert.
So what's our total?
95.
All right.
I mean, dude, come on.
Okay. So now to basketball we
The
go.
hardwood, as they say.
Did pretty well yesterday.
Very well.
Will it be difficult to replicate this time though? That's the thing, right? Or no?
Yeah, it should be.
You think?
No. I think you got this one, dude.
All right. Let's see.
What'd you get yesterday? Do you remember?
No, but I feel like it was pretty good.
I guess we can look.
But if you want to get
38 yesterday.
Okay, so I mean that's gonna be tough. But all rookie team, Boston Celtics, Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker. 4%.
All rookie team, Toronto Raptors, Andre Bargnani.
Barg. There it is. 3% off to a good start here.
There we go. Let's see. So, how do you spell that? Oh my God. Okay, well, I did it by accident, but it works. Isaiah Thomas, all rookie team, 5 assists per game.
0.8.
There we go.
That's huge right there, dude.
A skimped dub. Okay. Come on, Tony. I mean, at least like
What is that?
Somewhere. Oh, stop yourself. Stop yourself. Okay. So for 5 assists a game for the Clippers, let me just make sure about this. Lamar Odom.
.5.
Okay. And then I wonder for Dead Nuts if it's a little too crazy, but yeah, Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Jonas.
10%.
There we go. Okay, let's see here. So, I'm thinking.
Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell.
No, I don't know. That's always Josh B says that.
I know he does say that, but actually, it's
Sam
so funny.
Cassell?
It is top left, I believe, is Sam Cassell. Let me just double check. Yes, 2%. That's
Let's
crazy
go,
that you're just saying
dude.
that facetiously,
Facetiously. Josh B still here.
but it still comes to fruition.
2%.
Clippers, Raptors, and then I did have the 5. Memphis. I feel like though, actually, let me just make sure about this. Okay, so it's not Ty, but it's Trey. Or was it Ty? Ty Jones.
Trey Jones.
NBA. Dude, but I think this is the least help like the last 2 days we ever had on a grid ever.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy.
Do you think it's because everybody knows like I could do it?
I think it's because nobody likes us anymore, dude.
Wow, dude. Pretty strong words there, Tony.
Oh man, dude.
Okay. Grizzlies, 5 assists. Ty Jones.
T.Y.E. Jones?
TYUS.
Or 2%.
Nice. Okay, so what do we got here?
Went to Duke.
Josh B says love it.
Yeah.
Because of the Cassell, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So the Grizz and because I had Tony Allen, but that's 24%.
Grizz Celtics. You want to let me look it up?
No, but yeah. I mean, I guess at this point.
Who'd you say you had?
Tony Allen.
Yeah, he's up there. This is a guy we used yesterday, dude. Second round pick.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be lower, so go ahead.
I can try someone else.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. 2%.
Nice.
Bang!
So I guess Raptors, Clippers.
Raptors, Clippers. Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously, Kawhi.
We know that. There's also a guy we used yesterday.
Thaddeus Young.
No. First round, third overall pick, 97 by the Boston Celtics. Gambling.
Oh, okay, yeah, do Billups.
Chauncey Billups, you think that's
Yeah.
going to be low enough?
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Wow, dude. 1%
Nice.
for a 20.
So we beat it.
Brian. Yeah, yesterday was 38.
Yeah, let's go, man. Maybe
That's sick, dude.
maybe people should not help us out,
That's
right?
right. That's right,
We
dude.
don't need him.
We don't need him. Who needs him? Who needs him?
Okay, so to the hockey we go.
To the hockey we go. Ooh, dude. No, this
Cujo,
isn't that bad.
2%.
This isn't that bad, dude. This
For
isn't that
30-win
bad.
season, 2%. Cujo.
30-win season.
2%. Yes.
For the Red Wings.
Yes.
Okay. Curtis.
Thank you, Josh, for that one.
Joseph. Wow, Josh be getting on both grids. 2%.
Wow, okay.
Let's go.
All right. No, he didn't give me that one. I just said thank you because he's the one who originally said Cujo.
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
It's just
yeah,
like how Cassell
Yeah.
in basketball, he kind of,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
facetious.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit it feels. I don't know, man. Below him, how about this? Wild, 30 wins. Cam. Talbot.
Oh. 8. Okay. Canucks. What do we got? Besides Thatcher.
I don't know for sure, but I would imagine the guy that played the Rangers in the Cup had it, right? His name is Kirk McLean. That is the only one I can.
Kurt with a K or C?
K. Thatcher Demko. Who was even Silovs? No. Like what? Who even before?
No. Which is no, maybe it's a different Curtis McLean, but
No, Kirk.
Oh, Kirk?
Yeah. Like Captain Kirk. Like Kirk
Yes,
Lazarus.
12%. Nice.
There we go, baby.
Why does
What?
Red Wings Boston seem like there's somebody obvious?
Somebody obvious. Tyler Bertuzzi. Maybe is that who you're thinking of?
I think so.
He's going to be a lot.
44.
Trying to think. Maybe James Van Riemdijk, I think, played. We're gonna maybe leave that one on the back burner for now.
All right.
Because I'm not sure about Van
Boston
Riemsdyk.
Wild.
Boston Wild. Anton
Hudobin.
Yeah, dude.
And then Boston and Canucks.
Oh, you could do Halak. Halak's probably gonna be a lot though. But I don't.
Boston?
Boston and Canucks. Yaroslav Halak.
4.
Really?
Yeah.
Never mind. Next to him, we can do Anthony Beauvillier.
Okay.
There we go. Dead nuts, dude. Minnesota and the Penguins. There's definitely a lot. Nick Bonino, I think, was one.
Bonino is 1%. Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Why does it feel like Detroit, Pittsburgh, there should be a lot too?
No, there definitely is, dude. I think, honestly, Bonino could have been for that, too. Jason's. I know, right? Of course, it's fucking Boston and Pittsburgh too. Pieces of shit teams. Josh B says Sergei Ibaka for the last one.
I thought you were saying Fedorov.
David Perron played for the Red Wings and the Penguins.
2%.
David Perron. All right.
So it's just Boston. Is it just Boston and Detroit?
Detroit, yeah, that's all we got left. You said Bertuzzi. Van Riemdijk. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Lucci never played for Detroit. Goalies. Rice. Rousseau. Obviously, Alex Lyon.
Wait, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
What?
No goalies.
There's not one goalie that played with both
No.
these teams? That's crazy. I would imagine then they're position players, I guess you could say.
Yes. Oh, never mind. The way they did it was weird. But no goalies. There's literally, how about this? There is two goalies that have played in the 2000s forward that played for both teams. Two.
Damn.
In the last 25 years. And
Bernier? Is that one?
No.
Damn it.
But I'm going to take a look at the skaters. See. You did say this guy's name already.
James Van Riemdijk?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, dude. 5%.
Nice. What was our
39.
How about
dude.
that, huh?
How about that, dude? There we go.
No one helping us. Literally, I'm trying to think. Did we not use anything from anybody?
I mean, technically not.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty good.
That's
as
a
far as
great
I'm
grid day,
concerned.
dude.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
So, wow, and I just see this. Not that you care about the NBA here, but Jonathan Kuminga, demanding a trade from Golden State.
Oh, wow.
They've been a little disappointing. Draymond, all the technicals, the animosity maybe with Steve Kerr. There's Grizzlies Magic are playing 1 of 2 in Berlin, Germany. That's going to actually get tipped off at 2. The Knicks, coming off a bad loss in Sacramento, will be in Golden State tonight. But Jalen Brunson left that game with an injury, his ankle. But no boots or crutches, so maybe he's able to give it a go. Only played 5 minutes last night.
Give it a go.
So obviously the Knicks looking for a little stability. Falling on a little bit of tough times recently. You look at it, they have won 2 of their last 6 games. So 2-6 in their last 8 games. So not good.
Jesus.
So yeah, that's gonna be.
Are they gonna win tonight or not?
I would say if Brunson plays, yes.
Brunson day to day.
Who knows? And also Franz Wagner helping my fantasy team coming back. Been out for over a month, maybe even 2 months.
Ugh.
So he'll be back. And then what is it? Actually, there's Kawhi. Was it Kawhi? I think Kawhi was saying he thinks the Clippers. It's kind of funny. That was on the homepage of ESPN, but yet when I go, oh no, it was James Harden says surging Clippers can come all the way back. Less than a month ago, Clippers were near the bottom of the Western Conference, 4th win in a row, 11th in their past 13, best record in the league in that period of time. And Harden is saying that they can come all the way back. Obviously, they have Harden, they have Kawhi, but they're 6 under 500. So we'll see if they can complete the comeback. And then yes, Sony Open starting momentarily. Really excited to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
And then college basketball, a little light tonight. Only one top 25 team, Gonzaga, tipping off at 10 on CBS Sports Network. Make sure you set your TiVo for that one, Tony.
Okay, yeah, I'll be sure to do that.
Washington State, 17.5-point favorites. So, yeah, I guess that's really it. I was just making a quick check. Looks like a lot of no-name universities have games today. So
You can.
But you can.
You can.
He's going to be back on Saturday. I just want to make sure. I know it was Villanova coming up, but I feel like they have one other game before that on Saturday. Who is it against? It is against Georgetown, right? Okay, in Georgetown, and then a week off, and then Villanova, Providence. So expect the Huskies to keep rolling. We'll see. You pumped for the weekend, the games?
I am pumped for the weekend, pumped for the games. Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, like football, like
The
division
picks
round,
tomorrow.
dude. The picks tomorrow.
Big show tomorrow.
Huge show tomorrow. I can't believe it's Friday. Right? It does not feel like a Friday
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, especially you with the night
Oh,
stuff.
my
I mean,
God,
right? Doesn't it
dude,
feel
yeah.
like? I mean, it's just there's been no downtime.
No pun intended.
Yes.
There. But no, yeah, dude. I'm stoked for some games, dude. Hopefully, teams I bet on win.
Are you making any bets tonight?
I yes, dude. I kind of do like I kind of do like the Islanders and the Jets, honestly, tonight.
Islanders and the Jets.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I know you're not messing around when you go notebook, and that looks like a novel. Not even a notebook, a novel. Where's that thing from?
I found these notebooks at a bookstore in Boston.
Oh.
And then I've been ordering them online ever since.
I mean, unbelievable. Just like the professionalism with that notebook. That looks like Mad Dog Russo's had that in his closet for 20 years. Yeah. So,
play some bets, dude?
yeah. Wait, no, but give me one of those though. What's the Islanders or the Jets? Which one do you feel the best about?
I mean, they're both dogs. Let's see what the dogs are. I mean, I feel like Jets, dude. I think because Minnesota recently has not been playing well. Jets are on the 3 in a row, snapping that 11 game losing streak. I would say I have more confidence in the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I already have this.
Plus 124.
I already have this in the chamber.
There we go.
So it's plus 298. And it's Zegras for a shot, which hit last night.
Mm-hmm.
Crosby for 2 shots. Raquel for 2 shots. Evgeny Malkin for 1 shot. Chris Letang for 1 shot. And your Pittsburgh Penguins to get the W over the Philadelphia Flyers. Plus 298. So I feel like that's not too crazy.
No.
I like to do the 1 shot, players shooting 1 shot, that usually hits.
Yeah. No, yeah, it does.
It's the 2 that you run into trouble, but Crosby and Raquel typically find a way to get the puck towards the net. And then also the golf did a couple of things here. This is actually plus
Bet on the golf?
18. It's just something different, light, small, but 3-leg parlay plus 1848. Matsuyama, Nick Taylor, Brian Harmon to finish in the top 20. And then we also have, just for today's round, Russell Heenley to have a lower round than Ben Griffin. That's minus 138.
Interesting.
And then for the entire tournament, 2 past champions here, Hideki Matsuyama to finish higher than Siwoo Kim. That one is minus 110.
Okay.
And then there actually was one other one. This is kind of a crazy one. How many legs is this? 1, 2, 3.
How many
4,
legs?
5, 6, 7, 8 leg parlay, 50% profit boost, plus 464.
Okay.
Curry for 20, Butler for 15, Bridges for 10, Anunoby for 10, Towns for 15, Mitchell Robinson 6 boards, Jimmy Butler 4 boards, and Stephen Curry 4 assists. Like I said, plus 464. So
Wow.
that's what we got. I mean, I'm sure some of those will hit. And I would imagine too, there's going to be plentiful in terms of the boosts for the football over the weekend. So we look forward to that.
Yes, as do I. As do I, dude.
But yeah, once again, a great show today. Really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives in the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. The merch at DowntimeTV.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.